Hey there, I'm back. Just noticed one or two things that I wanted to add with these two right here, fouled and turnover type. So fouled is going to be the character name. Sorry, it's going to be a character. It will be the person name, and turnover type is going to be a character, bad pass, out of bounds, 3-second violation, etc., that are going to say. The reason for adding the fouled is just so we can say who is going to shoot free throws. And actually, that'll come with shooter as well. So one of the highest scoring players in the league right now, or one of the most fouled players in the league, for example, James Harden, and we want to be able to separate people like him who are fouled a lot out from people who get fouled once, and that's the only time. Just a way to make our model a little bit more precise. Right. And so now we're going to start data cleansing. So we have these things to do, which we marked in the last video, so we can start doing it. And we have, if you remember, view PVP table, and we can see what it is. So we need to find which in the first column have time in them. Actually, the first thing we're going to do is make the second row into the name of the column. So let's do that. Make column headers equal to row 2. So let's call names PVP, PVP table. And what we'll do is let's go PVP table row 2. Oops. Well, I might have just run it, so let's look at. Okay, well, that ran it. But it looks like we're going to have to update that slightly. So names PVP table. Looks like it's number 3. Let's see what that is. That's a blank, as well as number 5. It's also blank. And these are actually, if we go back, they are point accumulations. So +1, +2, +3, etc. And it was blank here, and that's why it's blank there. So let's call this way points, home points. Okay. That. And now let's look at what it actually is. So time, New Orleans, waypoints, score, home points, and the away team. Okay. So now we can start doing these other items. So let's say which call names, nope, say which PVP score table time. We'll see. Okay, there's a bunch of these. So let's say PVP table. This negative is going to remove those. It's going to say everything except those. So you can see in the old one we have this time, the first one we do not. So we're going to remove that, and this is the same formula we're going to use for most of them. Except for this, we're going to say so R is a 1 index, not 0. So Python column is in rows. Excuse me, in R, columns and rows start with 1. In Python, they start with 0. So if we do this, it'll remove it. And then if we run the next line, it'll remove that first column. Great. can do is we can do the same thing as above for end of, start of. Except now we don't have this time anymore. So I need to find another one. I think it should be easy. Yep. So we'll just do waypoints, because that's the easiest one. And in order to see that, let's do so right now it has 537 rows. Once you remove these, it will have, oh, that's not good. So here's an example of a time where it didn't run as we wanted to. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to rerun what PBP table was before. It'll reset to 584 rows, and we can run this. So this is where it kicked out the error, so we can say, equals. We don't need equals, we need contains. And I think I remember how to do this. I think it's grep. The pattern starts with, this is a regular expression, that caret. The text is going to be PBP. Let's go table. We're going to do waypoints. And we're going to make sure it says grep, not greg express. So these are the rows. So what we're going to do is we're just going to replace this which looks for an exact match, and we're going to replace it with grep, which looks for a partial match. Okay. Now let's again look at n row, PBP table. Nope. Great, 564. And if we look at PBP table, now it's missing, and now let's take out this first, second, third, fourth. And I'm going to look for first, not first Q, because there might be something that says second half or first half of overtime. So I'm just going to look for first. Again, we're going to look for a partial match. And again, we're going to look at waypoints, because that'll be fine. The reason why I'm not choosing this first column, New Orleans, is because for every matchup, this will be a different team name. We could have done score, we could have done waypoints, or we could have done home points, as long as we just didn't choose the team names. We also could have done indexing, so instead of referencing it by the name of the column, we could have done column 1, column 2, for example, but I just did this because I chose to. Because I chose it because we know that there will always be a column named waypoints, which is why, because I assigned it myself. So, see there are 564 rows in the table right now. And after we run this, hopefully there will not be 0. We can also look over here. Nope, there are 559. We can check here as well. Okay. So the next thing we do, we already made the first row, the header. So we're done with cleansing our data, and now we can start to do our analysis. So in our analysis, the first things we're going to do is find plays, and then what we're going to do is remove all of these things that we need. So let's actually start doing that right now. So let's do the 3 easiest ones: date, away team, and home team. Gather data for game data frame input.